Two friends are counting people on a busy street. One stands frozen in a doorway, while the other relentlessly paces up and down the block. Who counts more passers-by? Your brain screams the obvious answer, but it's completely wrong. Imagine a busy city street where two friends decide to run an unusual experiment. They start at the exact same spot and agree to count every single pedestrian who passes by them for exactly 1 hour. Friend A acts like a statue, standing perfectly still in the doorway of a building, never moving an inch. Friend B takes a completely different approach. He constantly paces back and forth along the pavement, weaving actively through the heavy flow of people. They are both flawlessly accurate counters, missing absolutely no one. After an hour of intense counting, the timer finally rings. So, here is the million-dollar puzzle. Who counted more pedestrians? If you ask most people on the street, human intuition instantly screams that the walking friend must have the higher score. After all, he is constantly moving, covering far more ground, and actively hunting down those passers-by, right? It just feels completely obvious that motion equals a higher count. But is our brain tricking us? Could the stationary friend somehow have matched him, or is that mathematically impossible? Prepare to have your mind blown, because they will actually count the exact same number of people. Let us break down why this happens. First, look at the friend standing perfectly still in the doorway. Think of him as an absolute, immovable checkpoint on the street. Imagine a laser tripwire extending right from his toes across the sidewalk. Every single time a pedestrian walks across this invisible line, regardless of whether they are heading left or right, his counter clicks up by 1. His tally is a pure baseline. Now let us switch our perspective to the walking friend. Instead of waiting at a line, he is actively moving dynamically through the human traffic. Picture the pedestrians as two flowing rivers of water moving in opposite directions. When he walks downstream, he acts like a wide net, sweeping up all the people walking upstream toward him. When he hits his turnaround point and pivots to walk back, that net simply reverses direction, now sweeping up the folks moving the opposite way. He counts everyone he physically passes. Here is the brilliant sync-up that solves the mystery. Think about what occurs every single time the walking friend finishes a loop and arrives back at the doorway. During that lap, he essentially intercepted every pedestrian who passed the standing friend. It is mathematically impossible for anyone to cross that fixed tripwire without also bumping into the walker's moving net. Because nobody can slip through the cracks without encountering the walker, their tallies perfectly locked together. As long as they finish together, their counts will be absolutely identical. If this illusion of movement shattered your intuition, don't stop here. Click the video on screen to crack another impossible paradox that will break your logic.